May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. What happens is I need to apologize to my subscribers and viewers because this was supposed to have been it was intended to be a live broadcast uh, hours ago, but ran into some technical difficulties and I'm trying to get those things resolved. I'm hoping I can get them resolved sometime during the week. Hate giving putting things out late, but I couldn't avoid it. I tried and tried and tried again. Actually, had another video already completed, and that just went up in smoke. Just up in smoke. Never mind. Let's get along. Let's get along. All right. Now, let's start out with the Dixie. All right. For the Dixie, I want you to see that I am bullish on the Dixie. Why? Why am I bullish on the Dixie? Well, if you look at the monthly time frame, you'll see that prices in between fair value gaps. A monthly running into that, a monthly bearish one, a monthly bullish one, and we're running into that as well. And we're playing Ganip now. However, what I noticed is the last time price pushed up and touched and mitigated this fair value gap up here, this bearish fair value gap, it had a sharp turn to it. All right. And this may be because it didn't take out this high, it for me may be a failure, a swing failure, right? And if we go to the weekly, you'll see a little more detail. All right, I have this low here as a strong low. Why? Because it was able to create a new high. All right, it broke structure to the upside. This is why I'm bullish overall with Dixie. All right, when we break the structure, we're looking for a pullback. The pullback happened. It has to respect the previous low, which it did. And that keeps me bullish, even though it's traveling down, 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 down for weeks. Each candle is a week, so it's been doing it for months, right? You know, and I can still take shorts in this market, but I need to know, you need to know that at any point around the 50 percentile, once price goes from premium to discount uh, um, uh, a raise, you know, when it go to 50% of that bullish leg, right around here, your price could turn back around anytime at any point. All right. So for swing traders, you want to wait until you see a definitive signature by price that it is turning around, and before you take buys. But up until this point, you can take these shorts. All right, and you have to take measured take profit points. All right. And you're going to look here for those clues, but that's a whole different video. Now, since then, since we respected this low, we've made a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, and we're in the process of seeing that this is going to establish our higher low, or maybe at this fair value gap. All right. But overall, I'm bullish. Again, you could still take shorts. All right. This is the overall macro picture, right? Now, if we go to the daily, you're going to see, if I can get it over there. All right. You can see my notes here, but what I want you to take a hard look at is this price action here. All right. Price broke structure here. This is not major swing structure, but it is swing structure. All right, it's intermediate, and price broke structure there. All right, and you would think, you know, price is in a bearish, we have some bearish momentum, but then we chop up. Why? Because this is the pullback. All right, after price takes a low, a swing low, you expect a pullback, and that's exactly what happened from discount again. This is the leg. This is a bearish leg this time. We go to that 50%. Anything below the 50% is discount. This is premium. You want to take your buys in premium. I mean, in discount, and you want to take your sells in premium. All right. And you can see price push down, swept this low resistance liquidity, and then push back up, taking the high of the previous high, of the previous swing high. And then we're on our way back down again. Are we on our way back down again? That's the question I ask myself. Maybe it's because price wants to take out that swing low, right? And maybe take out the bigger swing low here. All right, there's another swing low here. All right, there's a lot of liquidity here. So is price coming to target this is the question. All right, let's just bear in mind that NFP is coming Friday, and that's a big USD a news a market mover. All right, along with Thursday. No, actually, it's Wednesday when we get employment data. There's a lot of red folder news every day this week. ECB, Bank of Canada, USD. I mean, just a lot. All right. And so we're going to have a lot of volatility. We're going to have a lot of opportunities. All right. But for this market, for the US dollar, it's not going to be the driver until Friday, after Friday. It's not going to be the driver of the market. It's going to probably move sideways, probably going to do a lot of this. So you're going to have to take range plays. You're going to have to take sells from the highs of the range or sells from the low of the range, depending on what market you're in. But I'm looking at this low here. This is driving me crazy. You might have to take that low there and have it as a target, and maybe this one as well. These two, all right. As price may fill that wick and come down here, take out these swings lows, maybe one or both, and then start the long climb up to resume this upward trend. Okay, so I'm bullish overall, but until the price starts giving some news, hey man, we're looking to see if this is going to establish the higher low so that prices can go higher. You'll notice that you don't see fair value gaps in this consolidation here. The fair value gap was a bearish one, and it was already filled. It's already been filled. We're looking for a bearish fair value gap forming as it comes down, because that would give us a hint. That would give us a clue that price is intending on heading down and sweeping the sell side liquidity on these swing lows. All right. If we start to see bullish fair value gaps, it's probably going to take out another high, but just like this one was taking. So that's what we're looking for. All right, let's go to the next one. Next market is the euro. All right, if we go to the daily, I don't know how that happened. All right, if we go to the daily, we want to see price. You see how this moves exactly opposite of the euro USD. All right, if the bigger picture is on the weekly, actually, you can see things a little bit more clear. All right, we had a bearish break of structure. All right, we had the pullback. We respected the top. All right, so we're in this bearish leg of structure. That makes me bearish overall. All right, price pulled back above the 50 percentile. So we're in premium territory. You're looking for shorts up there. Price move down, pull back, move down, pull back. That's the way the market moves. All right, lower low, lower high, lower low. We're looking for price to establish the lower high here. All right, if you just remember what we saw in the dollar, we have another swing high here. If price moves up to take that swing high, and maybe this one, and maybe that one. All right, you know that it may trigger price to come on down there and take out these relative equal lows. All right, it may trigger the drop from there. All right, we've already had the rally. All right, as price took out broke structure. All right, and this is intermediate structure, like in the Dixie, just doing the opposite. Broke structure, we retraced. We're looking for this to establish the lower high. And if price wicks past that, and we start to see bearish formations of fair value gaps, we know that price is intended on sweeping and then mitigating this fair value gap. All right, that's my take on it. You tell me what yours is. All right. On the next one, we're on the British pound. Right, we're looking at the weekly so we can get some idea of structure. Right, and what do we have here? It's similar to the Euro USD insofar as, all right, we have a break of structure, a bearish break of structure here. Right, price ran through it rather convincingly. All right, and we have the pullback. All right, that's what we want to see. Just, that's the natural movement of the markets. And you can see that price has been making a higher high peaking here. Then we had that bearish break of structure. Price pulled back into that 50 percentile area, above the 50 percentile area here. So we can take shorts from up here. And that's what happened. Price came on back down, and we are working our way down. And we want to see if price will establish that as a lower we want to see. All right. So what I'm making note of is we have a weekly fair value gap here that has not been touched, that has not been tapped yet. If price hits that, it taps that, then we're going to go a little bit higher, and we may be heading towards this swing high here. And if we do go to that swing high, I'm looking for price to trigger the drop from there. Because after you take out a swing high, what did I just say? You expect a retracement, and we're going to retrace. If price, now I want you to understand, this is with the sequence is very important, because if price comes back down to tap this before heading up, then we know that will be the intention. This is a good solid fair value gap, a bullish fair value gap. Price likes to move down into an area of fair value, grab orders, and then or rebalance that which is imbalanced, this inefficiency, right? And move higher in order to move higher. So return the price, when price comes back down, this becomes an area of fair value, right? Instead of just a gap, comes to rebalance it, and then we can go higher. So if it does that first, that's what I'll be looking at. That's what I'll be looking for. If price starts to come back up and then down, I'm not so sure about this anymore. All right, because it has achieved the goal of knocking people out and grabbing all this liquidity up there. All right, price just may just run through that. Just may run through that because it has a lot of liquidity. Okay, so if we look at the daily on it, what am I doing? What we got? All right. So we can see that price hasn't been back here yet to the fair value. And I'm looking for it to turn around because we took out this swing high. I'd like to see it come on back here. You see when price breaks a swing high and it cuts through a fair value gap. This is like really good confluences, an overlapping of confluences, and this would make for a very sturdy bullish fair value gap. It will be, it's a high probability that it will hold price and send price higher. Okay. I always look, is there a swing high that intersects the fair value gap area? You know, if that, I love to see that. So that's what I'm looking for. If price comes down here, but we open bearish, all right, then I'm looking for to take a, I'll be happy to take a buys from this area. All right. If we go to the next one, we're at the Aussie dollar. All right. Fair value gap was disrespected. We're talking about this one. All right. If I'm seeing different arrays being disrespected and others being favored, then you know what direction the market is going in, right? All right. What I'd like to see is, what I've taken note of is price took out these swing highs here, right? What am I expecting? A pullback. Pullback came, all right? But we have disrespected the bullish fair value gap here, all right? And where are we now? We are in an area where some down close candles were overcome. We closed above those down close candles, and what do we have here? A order block. That's an order of bullish order block, and price is in that, dancing in it right now, right in the middle of it. So I want to see if we get a lift from this order block as we mitigate out of, as not we, but institutions and smart money mitigates out of the sell orders. Once it comes back here, mitigates out of the sell orders and continues buying as it did here. Okay, so what I'm looking for now is the bullish fair value that below is overlapping a bullish order block, leads to new swing high. If it leads to a new swing high, this is what I want to see. This is very much like the others. All right, but is it going to turn bullish or is it going to turn bearish? We'll have to wait it out. The Aussie, I don't think the Aussie has news next week. Let me take a look at this calendar real quickie. Let me see. I don't see. There it is, right on Tuesday. GDP news. That's it. Yeah, I remember. GDP news. That's it. So we'll maybe Tuesday we might see something happen here, but I'm definitely looking. Oh, I want to remind you, for the euro, ECB news is coming for the euro interest rate decision. That'll probably be, I think that was if I can remember, it's Thursday. All right, Thursday. I believe it may be heading towards being weakened by that news. The euro will be weakened by that news. So you may see things turn bearish for the euro. All right. But right now, we're going to concentrate on this Aussie dollar. And we're going to see if how the price action is once the open gets here. We've already pierced the swing highs here. We'll pull back, and here we are now. All right, if price comes back down and maybe sweeps these lows and mitigates this fair value gap, all right, taking this low, all right, if we take out these relative equal lows here, and we can see price pushing back up to the high. All right, the last break of structure was here with a break and close, a bullish break and close, a bullish break of structure. All right, so I am bullish overall, and I'm looking for the bulls to take over at some point next week. maybe it may come with the news, or we may have to wait till the end of the block. The end of the week. We may have to wait. So, there are other markets to trade. New Zealand dollar. If we go to, what am I looking at here? All right, the daily here. All right, oops. We go to the daily. How many minutes have I been on this thing? I'm trying to keep my eye on that clock. I don't have much longer. All right. What do I have here? Well, I want to show you the larger picture. If we go to the monthly, I want you to see that. Why don't you go away? Why are you still here? I don't understand this. I don't know what's going on here. I really don't. And this one, both of them, I don't know. All right, let's see. All right, so price is below the EQ and the trading range. Is this the right one? The low of the week and should be the target of the low of the week. No, this is the wrong one. I don't know. I'm all messed up here. All right. Watch level mindful potential pullback for the FEG. I don't know what this is. I'm trying to do my best here. I don't know where this bubble came from. I'm gonna move on. All right. If we can just look at this and say that price has pushed to the downside hard, but we see that we respected the low. All right. It did not take out this high when we pushed up after this bearish break of structure. Pushed down. We did not take that high out. So we are still in this bearish leg of structure. And we're already above, way above the 50% of that bearish leg of structure. So we're in premium. And then now we are in discount, but price respected that low. It did not take out that low. So we are still within this bearish leg of structure. That makes me bearish overall. You understand? You understand the logic? I hope you do. All right. Even though it's coming at you kind of confused anyway. So we see this push up. All right. We see the fair value gaps that were formed. Price comes in at fair value gap, responds to it, and then we are still coming back down. So it looks like price is very weak here. All right. And if we go to the weekly, maybe we can get something going here. All right. All right. If we go to the weekly, you can see that price did not take out that low here. It did not take out the low. All right. It's respecting that low. We have a intermediate break of structure here. Boom. Price comes down, taps it, and then goes in deep. All right. We have an order block here. And price responded to that order block, and we are moving up. And I always tell you to look for bullish fair value gaps or bearish fair value gaps, any kind of fair value gap to get an idea where price is headed. You see these bullish fair value gaps, you know that price is headed higher, right? And we have the structure in place to push prices, just higher. Price is sitting above a fair value gap. I'm looking at price to come and tap that thing and push to those that swing high, right? That's what I'm looking for. This is the buy side liquidity. All right, we've taken a structural dip here, and we're mitigating order blocks. So I'm looking at price to head up a little bit, and if I can get to the daily, what do we see? Maybe this is the right one. Nope, that's not what I thought. There it is. All right. So we're bullish overall, mindful of a potential pullback. all right, because we've taken out this swing high right here. All right, and we're intersecting that fair value gap that it left behind. All right, pop, 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 pop. I'm looking for price to maybe sweep these lows, mitigate this fair value gap once again to go higher. All right, and in order to go higher, and then seek the liquidity. What we're talking about here is an internal move to an external move, right? We're talking about the run on liquidity. There's external and there's internal. At the highs and the lows, that is external liquidity, right? The fair value gaps are the internals, the internal liquidity. All right. They also order blocks as well, but I primarily focus on the fair value gaps, all right, as internal liquidity. So price moves from external, like here, moves from external to internal, like here, and then back to external. We took out that high, we took out that high. We're looking to take out more swing highs, all right? And price could very well continue higher because it's already mitigated here once. But because there's going to be some red news this week, I'm looking for price to maybe tap it once again and go up higher. We'll see how the week opens, all right? But that's the way price works. From internal here to an external target, maybe here, all right? Back to an internal target. If we see fair value gaps forming along the way, price will tap that fair value gap and then go higher, and then until it takes out another swing high or forms one, and then on the way back down, it'll hit another fair value gap. That's the way price works. All right, we're going to look at what do we have here? USD CAD. I don't know how much time I have left. I lost my clock. All right. Again, I'm dealing with some technical issues on my side. I can only apologize for them, but I'm doing the best I can. Uh-oh. All right. Yeah. So let me see if I can get my Zoom screen going. I'm on the side over here anyway. Yeah. So yeah, where you see my notes here, you can see that price is choppy. We did get a breakout to the downside, and then we have an extended recovery, not recovery, but a correction. All right, forming low resistance liquidity run here. If price continues the way it is, I'm looking for price to come and swing and take out those lows. Boom. All right, because we're already mitigating the internal liquidity here, right? We're already mitigating the internal liquidity, and this is the external, and this is the next move. We're gonna go, that's what I expect anyway. All right. If we go to the US dollar Swiss, all right. Now this is actually the Swiss US dollar because I'm looking at the futures version, right? What you can see here is price has mitigated this daily fair value gap here, right? You can see that. Let me get this out of here. Boom. You can see that here. A bullish fair value gap. We stopped here. Price formed these relative equal highs here for liquidity. All right. We didn't break these highs as yet. Price pulled back, respected that low, and rallied from there. I'm looking at price maybe, potentially coming back here to mitigate this fair value gap and then taking out these highs. All right. That's from internal to external. We'll take out the external liquidity. All right. And hopefully it forms fair value gaps along the way so that we can get a clue as to what price wants to do. And when it takes out highs, we look for shorts. That's it. That's it. Now I have the Japanese yen on my list, but I don't favor this this market because the Japanese, the Bank of Japan may intervene, and whatever trade you're in could get zinged by stop loss hunts because they want to manipulate the market there. All right, because it's been so weak, and you see when it starts to spike like that, then you know the Bank of Japan is intervening. So I would be very careful of trading this market. If you're trading against it, like euro Japan, Japanese yen, or pound Japanese yen, you want to make sure you're on the buy side. All right, and uh, because it's very bearish, but I would be very careful messing around in it with the Japanese yen. Anyway, that will conclude this video for the FX pairs. All right, just remember, when I'm going over the euro, the pound, and the New Zealand dollar and the Aussie dollar, they're already when you trade on the spot, the futures are already put against the US dollar. So you're looking at euro USD, you're looking at pound USD, you're looking at New Zealand dollar USD, Aussie dollar USD. Just the opposite with the Swiss, the CAD, and the yen. All right, you're not looking at US JPY, you're looking at JPY USD. So whenever I'm telling you about the Swiss, the yen and the CAD, just think in terms of the opposite. If I say bullish, you got to think bearish if that's what you're trading. If you're trading CFDs, you understand? All right. I hope that's clear. All right. I really appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you understand my technical difficulties. It's actually messing up with my relating the information to you, but I hope you have a good trading week, and may profits be upon you.